wait just another minute or so, just so we have everybody on online. So if you just bear with us and be patient for just a couple more minutes, we'll commence the presentation. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks very much for your patience there. I just wanted to wait a couple of minutes for a few late attendees. Thank you very much for attending today for this presentation. Today's presentation covers an overview of Secured Signing's digital signature service using our standard public-facing portal to demonstrate the range of systems of the system capability. I appreciate that everyone is very busy, and so my intention today is to cover off a very quick demonstration of the Secured Signing solution. Now I do have everybody on mute that's attending today. There will be a question and answer session at the end of the presentation. So if I could ask you just to hold your questions, or maybe write some of those questions down during the presentation, and we'll happily get to those at the end of the session. Just some introductions. Online I have Mike Isle. Mike Isle is the Managing Director of Secured Signing based in Auckland. Mike is a revolutionary in the technology space and is the designer of the Secured Signing platform that you'll see today. My name is Cole Levander. I'm the Regional Sales and Solutions Manager for Recruitment and HR for Secured Signing in Australia. I'm a recruiter first and foremost, but I'm engaged as a technology consultant to the industry and represent a number of best-of-breed solutions to the recruitment and broader HR markets. There is no doubt that our industry is evolving quite rapidly. Is it an evolution or a revolution? Some say it's a bit of both. Technology evolution is changing our behaviours, remembering that technology is designed to make tasks easier for humans to complete. Candidates are more demanding, nearly as much as our clients, I guess, these days. Through technology, we're getting better at what we do, faster, quicker, and more agile. We live in an age of 24/7 networks. We're far more accessible now than we have ever been before. Mobility is a hot topic these days. Mobile phones are used more so now for storing of information rather than telephoning. Tablets and iPads to work from, they entertain us and again store and execute information passed to us. To support our need for speed and agility, e-forms are becoming much more normal, and in recruitment it is becoming an expectation. We've been signing PDAs for years when taking delivery for products delivering to our door. The market has many electronic solutions available to it, and in the e-signing marketplace, these are electronic signatures only. They do not provide digital security for your business. PKI secure digital signatures are the next step for capturing secure, compliant authority for your business. The Secured Signing solution is delivered through cloud-based technology and is available through a browser, or depending on the solution you require, can be interfaced with your website or CRM. Secured Signing has aligned its business model to support the recruitment industry because we have identified that the industry has an immediate need to restructure its approach to the market. Our industry is under pressure, and we have to get smarter at what we do by offering different solutions to our clients. In fact, the Secured Signing platform can support your business in a range of different ways, from onboarding of candidates through a practical approach including URL links to complete inductions online in the forms, day-to-day operational form execution, which may include OHS inspections, incident reporting, validation of tickets and licenses, are just some of a few of the examples for you today. And yes, you can even upload images. Take a picture from your smartphone or tablet device and embed it in the document, either in your offices or out at your clients' work sites. The Secured Signing solution is about realigning your workflow processes to drive efficiency and productivity. It will take away the pains of administrative burden from your sales efforts. It will change your recruiters' day-to-day lives and allow them more time to spend working with your candidates. At the end of the day, it's always a candidate market. It's a change for your teams and a shift in mindset to make your business more nimble. And from the outside looking in, recognition of your organisation's approach to innovative technology, respect for the environment, and of course, for people's time. Just one of our clients here, People Bank, Peter Atchison, the CEO there. People Bank have experienced exceptional take-up of the secured signing solution. Their ongoing monitoring of statistics demonstrate a saving of between 35 and 45 minutes for onboarding of candidates and a saving of 1 to 1.5 hours in their candidates' time. People Bank also turn their clients' terms and conditions around in a timely fashion, and they get their contractors out on site making revenue much quicker and, of course, get the jump on their competitors. Another one of our clients in the corporate space is Mitre 10. Mitre 10 introduced secured signing to their business approximately 18 months ago. They use secured signing not just for recruitment and HR related activities, but now use secured signing across all of their business for online signing of forms. They also engage their suppliers through the platform. When a document is signed with secured signing, 3 processes applied to the document. One is a graphical signature, which is embedded in the document. This provides a human readable indication the document is signed and an indication when the document is printed that the document has been signed. 2, an irrevocable link between the document and the identity of the signatory is created using a PKI certificate. A digital fingerprint is generated that is included in the certificate to allow validation that the document has not been altered since signing. The key thing to take away about the use of PKI is that it is a non-proprietary standard and it is universally accepted and broadly implemented. Every online banking transaction and e-commerce transaction is secured by PKI. In fact, anytime you visit any secure website, the way your browser knows the server it is communicating with is authentic is through the use of PKI. Each document signed with secured signing is sealed using a hash algorithm to create a digital fingerprint for the document content. Any change to the document will invalidate the signature. Hash algorithms are another non-proprietary standard that underpins common online transactions. Each time you download a software update, the process of validating the update you're about to apply is to compare the digital fingerprint or hash of the file to the known correct value. If the hash does not match, your system knows the file is not reliable and should not be applied to your system. This is the digital equivalent of the traditional wax seal. The hash algorithm does not lock the document. It can be still changed, but once it has changed, the seal will be broken and the signature invalidated. So I'm just going to take you through the demonstration here. I'd just like to just hold on 1 second. I'm just going to dive. So here's the secured signing website. Just going to quickly log in here for you. The screen you're actually looking at now is effectively your dashboard. So we have ribbons down the left-hand side, and we obviously have ribbons up here at the top. Firstly, let's go to the top ribbon, and let's have a look at Form Direct. Form Direct is the common tool that recruiters are using with secured signing. Over on the right-hand side, you have a number of different forms here that form part of your library. Many organisations have a number of different divisions or market verticals that they work in, and we work very closely with recruitment agencies to provide them run through their workflow processes and create what we would call a pack. That pack could include a number of different required forms, candidate registration through to personal details forms, tax file number declarations, etc., terms and conditions, contracts, as well as you have the ability to attach any of your policies that you wish to provide to your candidate. I mentioned earlier in the presentation about inductions. You can build your inductions in your onboarding process and provide what typically would be your welcome packs or handbooks in and around safety or your requirements for behaviour of some of your candidates with your customers, and simply attach that as part of the secured signing process. So I'm just going to take you, prior to this demonstration, I've emailed myself an invitation, but I'll just quickly show you. So simply you click on the form, or you can bulk send as such if you wish. You simply add the candidate's email address and their first and last name. You can type a personal message, add a personal message, or as you can see there, you have an email template drop-down box. You can put a due date when the form needs to be signed off by the person that you're inviting. You simply hit next. That looks like it's all right to go. The candidate is Cole Lavanda, and you simply hit send. So that then, as you can see there, that's successfully gone and has jumped into my inbox. So here it is, the form. You just very simply, there's a nice personal message there. As you can see, we'll just click on this. Now, to save ourselves some time today, I've partially completed this form. So at the start of this particular form, as we know, we need to provide a privacy collection statement, so that's sat up the top of the form. And as you can see here, this is a typical industrial candidate registration form. So just running through that, you can see there that you've got a number of different mandatory fields. You can see with the red asterisks. If the candidate doesn't complete, or the person doesn't complete those areas, when they get to the bottom of the form, the system will automatically take them back up to those areas which they haven't completed. So just running through that form there for you. As you can see here, if the candidate needs to go and make themselves a cup of tea or gets distracted, they can simply just hit Save Draft, and they can come back to that email that they've received from the recruiter or the administration manager, and it will take them back to their form in the platform. As you can see there, there's just a medical declaration, again saving draft, and this is the key piece here compared to other products that are in the market. So we work very closely with you on your workflow. As you can see here, there are a number of forms that have been combined into one as such. And then at the bottom there is a declaration about physical job demands for work for that particular type of environment. Okay. So as you can see here, there's a spot to sign. So we can simply hit sign. Okay, so it now says, please click on one of the blue stickers to sign your document. So there's the blue sticker. Now you can have multiple signing points throughout the process and throughout each one of your forms. And you simply click that blue signature and it says, bang, the signing is now complete. Now I'm just going to take you back to the screen that the candidate for the first time would see. Oops, quickly just log in there again. Okay. So when the candidate clicks on the blue tab in the form, you will have a choice, and that choice will be you can select a predefined font as such. You can draw the signature with your mouse. Sorry, that's a bad example, isn't it? You can upload an image, which can be a full signature or your initials as such. So you can upload an image there. You can sign on your iPad or tablet, or the old traditional way, which we do support, is that we'll actually accept a fax back through to secured signing. One of the blockages for years has been the authorisation and signing of tax file number declaration forms. Secured signing abides by the ATO requirements for online completion of the tax file number declaration forms, which now removes that blockage from your business. Now I'm just going to take you back to the main screen here. So we have a number of different tools. So in Form Direct, just a quick recap there. In Form Direct you can have a number of forms here down on the right hand side which you can cherry pick, or you can have your packs and your attachments, policies, etc. We have a product called Form Filler where you can simply drag and drop. So you may have some terms and conditions or contracts. You can simply drag and drop and feed those into this screen here. We have WeSign, which is for dual signatories. You can simply add a signature to a number of different forms, place them across any of your document or form for people to sign. You can set that up sequentially, non-sequentially, throughout the whole process. You may require initials on the bottom of pages, all those sorts of things, which we work closely with you on. And then of course we have iSign, which is typically for a consultant or a manager as such. Additionally, for administrators of the product, this is typically, your screen would look this way. So you can track who the person is who's invited to sign any documentation. You can see the time frame, etc., and manage that. You can have a look at the invitations that have been sent out, which will give you a very good, clear understanding of who the person was, who they were invited by, the start date, what the status is, whether it's been delivered or whether it's been partially completed or it's been completed, if there are any witnesses required for that particular form or document. You can view the form, you can verify it, and then you can also, and what's very important here is the log. So at the completion of signing of documentation, the candidate or the person that's been invited to sign, once it's completed, will receive an email. It will indicate to them when the email was sent, when it was delivered, when it was opened, and when those particular areas of the form were completed. So that information is available in the log there. However, the person who's invited the person to sign the document, as well as the person who has signed the documentation, receives that email and that information. Very, very important. So certainly for people that are on the run, that say that they may not have received any of the forms to complete, well, the system here captures everything. So there's no chance of them being exposed as such with regards to that. and certainly gives you peace of mind in terms of the knowing that the documentation has been delivered safely and securely. Now, in terms of secured signing, all of our forms can be executed on iPhones, on smartphones, tablets. They can be signed with a fingernail or a stylus. Obviously available on Mac and PCs, and very, very easy to use system. Many organisations use the platform as a standalone. Integrations are available, and that's a discussion point. You can have secured signing sit behind your website as an interface if required. When candidates may complete or apply for positions with you through your website, we can have an API that we simply integrate there with your website as such. In terms of the benefits, the statistics state that only 3% of businesses in Australia use some form of electronic signature, quite obviously even less using PKI. In the United States, 16% of businesses are aligned electronically, and the estimation is that by 2016 this number will grow to 45%. The Secured Signing platform provides recruitment and HR in particular peace of mind that all forms are digitally encrypted and secure. There's no question that the candidate experience with your organisation is enhanced through the saving of time, and as I said earlier, they certainly view your organisation as being an innovator and a take-up of new technology. Onboarding blockages are removed. You have much stronger speed to market to beat your competitors. Reallocation of resources through productivity and efficiency gains, and we certainly have some case studies there to share with you in relation to that. And last but not least, compliance and security. You've got peace of mind there, using the public key infrastructure security, very, very important for your business. And most importantly, again, time and money. There's a time and money benefit for all stakeholders. If you take the Secured Signing platform up, you're certainly on the way to a paperless environment. So if you consider the amount of paper that you're using for registrations, for terms and conditions, those big fax photocopier scanner machines that sit in the corner of your office and cost you a lot of money, paying for individual photocopies, the price of consumables, printer cartridges, all of that can be removed from your business and obviously benefit your bottom line. And of course, it's a green solution. I'd like to open the webinar up for some questions here, and hopefully we'll be able to answer your questions and provide some good answers for you there. So if you'd like to ask some questions, would you please just type some questions in there, and we'll happily answer those for you. Okay, I have just one question here from Peter, and that question is, how does the pricing work? Okay, so Secured Signing, we are very conscious of cost. We are a cloud-based product and a true SaaS solution. So we, depending on the type of business that you have and the amount of forms that you have, we charge a fixed fee of $795 to create a form for you. That form could be 20 pages long, 15 pages long, and could have multiple signing points throughout the form. We charge, depending on volume and size, and without going into great detail, but certainly, excuse me, from a high level, we charge $1 a document for every document that feeds through the Secured Signing platform. We also charge a user cost for the use of the platform, which is $27 a month. Now, that's the baseline pricing. Depending on size of organisation and usage, that's a separate conversation to have with me offline. Okay. Just got another question here, and that question is completing tax file number DEC done on this platform? Yes, absolutely, Will, it is. I couldn't show that to you today, but absolutely. The TFN declaration form is completed through the secured signing platform. Okay. Just got another question here, and that is, really love the product. How long will it take for us to get up and running? Okay, so the question is, usually we say 3 to 4 weeks, so post this conversation today, if you'd like to explore further, again, depending on the size of the organisation, you know, we're running pilot programs with a number of very large organisations at the moment here in Australia, where they're trialling the product in, you know, a particular division, for example, IT, and we have some boundaries and obviously some, we're heading down that path of analysis to achieve some of the goals there of the business. That may take a month, it may take 2 weeks, it may take 1 week. But certainly we would say that we could have you up and running in 3 to 4 weeks, depending on how many forms that you have, what workflow processes are required, as well as any additional enhancement. So we work very, very closely with you there. It's about understanding what your workflow process is, how you can improve it, how we can reduce the amount of paperwork and simplify it all for your business. Okay. Just having a look at another question here. My concern is that selecting a font or mouse drawing a picture is not your real signature. Okay. Yeah, that's quite okay. It isn't your real signature, but what it is because of the hash algorithm and the security built around the encryption of the document, that covers that security and compliance piece off. It is tracked, logged, and it is absolute proof that the individual that the invitation has been sent to, either identified through an email address, or we can add the candidate's mobile phone number as another piece of security if required, and that a unique code will go to that particular person. That will tick another box there as far as the security and compliance for you there. Okay, just another question here. Does the product integrate with TRIS? There's conversations going on with TRIS and recruitment systems in Australia at the moment, so I can't actually answer that outside saying that the conversations are occurring. So it's a watch this space situation there. Okay, can it be customised to carry our branding? Absolutely, certainly. We can skin all of your documentation for you in your particular brand or particular division as such. No problem at all. My apologies for not covering that off in the demonstration. Okay. Is there a way to take the details collected in the forms and upload them into our database payroll system as such? Again, that will depend on what database and what your payroll system is, and that would be a conversation for us offline. Okay. Just one question here. We're required to have federal government incentive claim funds signed and initialed regularly for our employees. Does the federal government accept secured signing on their documents at this stage? So the answer to that is that we are meeting all of the requirements under the Electronic Communications Act here in Australia. We wouldn't be in business if we didn't, but again I can certainly provide you with some detail in and around that post the demonstration, but the answer to that is absolutely yes. Can you please explain the dollar a document cost again? Okay, sure. So in terms of the document, as I said, we run a SaaS solution, a subscription type arrangement, which is pretty common now for cloud-based products. The dollar a document is for the processing of the form, validated signature through the platform. So the forms, as we build them for you at that initial cost, there could be 10 pages, 15 pages, 20 pages, Glynis, in those particular forms. So the trick here is to look at your process, look at how many forms you've got in your business, how many of them require a validated signature on them, and what forms don't necessarily need a validated signature. For example, could be sent out as an attachment as such. So we only charge you for the form or the invitation of the form that has come back through the platform. I hope that explains that for you. Next question here is, our consultants take medical forms and resumes into interviews with them to discuss with the candidate. Could they do this with a tablet using the platform? Absolutely, the answer is yes. If the documentation has been signed and completed online through the secured signing platform, most definitely that information can be taken in to your interview and be reviewed on your tablet or iPad. No troubles there. Okay. When a witness is required to sign, do you need to send an invite for them as well? That's correct, Will. The invitation will go to the additional person. That's a function that's available in WeSign. So again, you can have multiple signatories. As I said earlier, you can have them at various stages throughout that form signing process as such. So not an issue at all. Okay. Alrighty, is there any more questions that might like to be covered off today? Okay. Right, the next question is, what would you suggest are the key differentiators of secured signing over products like DocuSign? Okay. Mike, would you like to answer that one?
Yes.
I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm here. If I can answer for the previous question regarding the iPad, we have also kiosk option for walk-in candidates, so they can fill the form at the kiosk at your office or at your branch. I don't want to use the name of other companies, but there are few of them in the market, most of them from US, and they are offering, in terms of security, something else. They're offering electronic signature, and electronic signature is just a graphical image that's embedded to the document. And then they're using a PKI system to seal the package or to seal the document. So it means that when you export the document from the system, it's signed with PKI system signing. So every time you export the document, you get different signature with different timestamp. So you can change the content of the document and the signature will still be valid. Of course, the system signing will tell you that something happened to the document, but the signature of the person is still valid, and you can go to their website and you need to verify with eyeball if the document is matching with the document in their database. In our system, we don't need to keep the document, and we are not keeping the document in our system in terms of security, and you can validate and verify the document on your desktop without any link to secure signing. So it gives you strong reliability for long-term archiving. So this is the key of security in terms of us and other systems in the market.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. And probably to add to that, we also work very closely with you. We provide you with an enterprise solution to work with your workflow processes. So my understanding of some of the other products that I've used in the market, they're mainly just a drag and drop type solution. So we certainly work very, very closely with you to understand what your workflow process is and understand what your business is, and provide you a more customised solution. Okay, just checking any more questions there. Okay. All right, folks, so that looks to appear to be the end of the question and answer session. I wanted to thank you all very, very much for taking the time out of your day and your interest in secured signing. I'm available, of course, on my email and mobile phone at any stage, and it'll be a pleasure to work closely with you and help you drive some efficiencies in your business and save some trees out there and hopefully enhance the experience, not just from your clients but also your candidates as well. On behalf of Secured Signing, I'd like to thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon and a great evening. Thank you very much. Good afternoon.